Hello students. In previous lecture, we have discussed the total energy density per unit area per unit time radiated by a glowing solid object of temperature T is given by U is equal to A sigma T to the power 4, where sigma is Stephan constant, A is another constant. For black body, A is 1. This is the total energy density per unit area per unit time radiated by a glowing solid object at temperature T. Now, if we want to calculate the energy density per unit volume in wavelength range lambda to lambda plus d lambda, how much energy is radiated in this wavelength range lambda to lambda plus d lambda? Suppose u lambda d lambda energy density per unit volume in wavelength range lambda to lambda plus d lambda. This is the energy density as a function of wavelength. If we want to define energy in frequency range nu to nu plus d nu, we can simply define it because we know that lambda is equal to c by nu. Differentiate it, d lambda is equal to minus c by nu square d nu. In 1894, using thermodynamic argument, Wien proposed an empirical equation according to which energy density per unit frequency of emitted blackbody radiation is given by u nu is equal to A nu to the power 3 and e to the power minus b nu by kt. Nu is frequency, A is constant, small b is another constant, k is Boltzmann constant. But this law is valid only at high frequency. It is badly failed at low frequency. Then in 1900, Rayleigh focused on understanding the nature of electromagnetic radiation inside the cavity. He considered a cubical enclosure, and the wall of this cubical enclosure are at temperature T. So this enclosure is in thermal equilibrium at temperature T, and the radiation inside it will be in thermal equilibrium at temperature T. So we can say that temperature of black body radiation is T. When the radiation going inside this cubical box, reflections are there in cubical box and standing wave are generated. He considered that radiation to consist if standing wave having temperature T at the metallic surface, and one standing wave can be considered as equivalent to one harmonic oscillator. Now we have to search those standing wave whose frequency between nu to nu plus d nu. Then we can count those standing wave, that is number of mode per unit volume, which is given by nu is equal to 8 pi nu square c cube d nu. Nu is frequency and c is speed of light. There is different mathematics to calculate this number of standing wave. We are not going to detail. Now, what is the energy? Because different oscillators have different energy, and number of oscillators are more than countable. We cannot simply count the number of oscillators. Only we can do is that we can calculate the average energy. So, how does one calculate that average energy E? and the energy density in frequency range nu to nu plus t nu is given by number of mode per unit volume multiplied by average energy E. Then u nu du nu, we can simply put the value of this n nu and average energy. Now question is, how does one calculate this average energy E? According to equipartition theorem of classical thermodynamics, all oscillators have same mean energy, and that is kT, where k is again Boltzmann constant. Average energy E, which is defined as integration 0 to infinity E into e to the power minus e by kt dE upon 0 to infinity e to the power minus e by kt dE. Now, which is equal to kt. Now put this value of average energy E, which is kt, from this equation 4 in equation 3. In equation 3, then it becomes u nu du nu is equal to 8 pi nu square by c cube kt into d nu. Here is dependence is as nu square, which tells us that it has parabolic nature. But what we have seen experimentally, it should go like this. Frequency, and this is energy density. But this is like this. What we can see is that except for low frequency, this law is in completely disagreement with the experimental data, because if we integrate this equation 5 for all frequencies, then the integral will diverge. This implies that cavity contains infinite amount of energy. This result is absurd, and this is called ultraviolet catastrophe. Means it diverges in ultraviolet range. This is the real failure of classical physics indeed. And this problem of ultraviolet catastrophe was successfully avoided by Max Planck, and he proposed accurate description of black body radiation, which we are going to discuss in next lecture. Till then, happy learning, stay safe. Thank you.